Hello students, my second lesson, The Ideals of Indian Art by K Bharatha Iyer. So, to start with the summary of the lesson, the Indian art consists of sculpture, painting and dancing. It presents some difficulties when we try to understand them. It is related with the past of India, which was very glorious. It continued for a very long period, and then many great events took place and they left lasting impression on the culture and characters of India. Many tribes like Aryans, Greek, Huns, Turks and Mongols made India their home, and they brought with them their own indigenous culture and merged with our own culture. So, such mingling of races and culture provide importance for the Indian civilization. So, the mainstream was the product of the mingling of the great Dravidian and Aryan cultures. So, the different forms of Indian art, like the beautiful Rangoli designed by Hindu women every morning at their doors, at the threshold of the house. They also decorate their gods and goddess with beautiful garlands. They decorate themselves with gold and silver ornaments and fine saris. The temples of high architecture with fine sculpture and painting attract numberless devotees. So, it is true that different types of art are an essential part of our life. They were never regarded luxurious, and they were not seen in isolation from life. So, we do remember those architects who had built the wonderful shrines of India, as well as those artists who had painted the beautiful paintings of Ajanta. And the main interest of the Indian artist is closely related with the human form. It was a source of creative joy to them. There are a number of figures in Indian art that have universal appeal. Then the writer Bharata Iyer further says that Indian art showed a united expression of the experience related with the people races. So now the Hinduism developed like a big mansion containing different beliefs, from the worship of trees, and even we trees and serpents, to the worship of the great and kings god like Shiva and Vishnu. They all merged into one supreme god. They find expression into Hindu art. It should be remembered that the Indian art is related with the subcontinent with a long history and well developed conventions. There are various ideals and qualities related with it. The different types of art has been depicted by different artists as genius. So, the questions at the back of the lesson. The question number 1, if you want to note down, you can note down: what did the tribes and races that made India their home bring with them? As I've told you, the different tribes and races that the different tribes and races that made India their home brought with them their indigenous culture. Then, how were the arts integral to life in Indian past? The different kinds of art were the integral part of life in Indian past because they were related to the daily life of the people. So, why are the artists who painted the exquisite frescoes at Ajanta not known? Because they don't want any the true artist of India remained national without any personal reason, so they remained unknown to all of us. So, what did the artist aim at achieving in ancient India? They aimed at achieving real human form in their work of art. So, how are the figure of men and women depicted in Indian art? They are depicted from different points of view. And what are the gods who make the Hindu trinity? They are Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Then, last question, why is the Indian genius revealed in Indian art is said to be varied? Because of the ideals and qualities which helped in its development. Now you have to deal with the word meanings like indelible, which means a meat, then deity, which means devta, god, canons, it means niyam or rules. Then canons I told you niyam or rules. Then fusion, that is mixture, that means mishran. Now you have to write the paragraphs also, like the fusion of culture in Indian art. Like I told you about the putting the rangoli at the threshold of the house, then about the Hindu homes and art. Then third paragraph is anonymity of Indian art, then arts and Indian life. In the Hindu trinity, that is a important paragraph, you have to write about the Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Then about the Indian art and human form. It's again a important paragraph. So in this lesson, meanings are given, question answers, and you have to write about short paragraphs. So that's all about the lesson number 2, Ideals of Indian Art by K Bharatha Iyer. Thank you.